1984 is a dystopian novel and cautionary tale by English writer George Orwell. It was first published on the 8th of June 1949. Thematically, it centres on the consequences of totalitarianism, mass surveillance, and repressive regimentation of people and behaviours within society. Orwell, a democratic socialist, modelled the authoritarian state in the novel on the Soviet Union in the era of Stalinism and Nazi Germany. More broadly, the novel examines the role of truth and facts within societies and the ways that they can be manipulated. The story takes place in an imagined future and an unspecified year believed to be 1984, when much of the world is in perpetual war. Great Britain, now known as Airstrip 1, has become the province of a totalitarian superstate, Oceania, which is led by Big Brother, a dictatorial leader supported by an intense cult of personality manufactured by the party's thought police. The party engages in omnipresent government surveillance and, through the Ministry of Truth, historical negotiationism, and constant propaganda to persecute individuality and independent thinking. The protagonist, Winston Smith, is a diligent mid-level worker at the Ministry of Truth who secretly hates the party and dreams of rebellion. Smith keeps a forbidden diary. He begins a relationship with his colleague, Julia, and they learn about a shadowy resistance group called the Brotherhood. Winston finds himself in an imaginary landscape when he is led to the infamous Room 101. It is the landscape location of Room 101 we discover now in this video.
So hi folks, we're here on Roundway Hill, and just behind me is the pathway, and I'll show that to you in a second. But yeah, we've got the walkway there, which would normally take you down to the end of the hill, and those trees, which you'll see in a second, are, can you see them? Those trees are where you have the shots, but from the other side. So from around there, which were included in the movie 1984. So we're taking the doggy for a walk, and we're hopefully going to get some get some nice shots. Oh, it's muddy though. It's muddy. So there you go. That's the hill, and we're getting some rain blowing in. So it looks like it's going to pass us, hopefully. So yeah, we've got the Duke Master. We're going to take off the lead because it's a bit of a pain in the arse with her on the lead, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that rain's definitely moving through over there. You can see it. Now I'm going to do myself up because it's quite windy, and we're going to find the film location. What's interesting about this is the Pocket 3, and I've just had it returned back to me, and the thing was overheating. So I was getting 4 minutes in the end, and it was just overheating. That's completely from cold with a fully charged battery, and it was just like boom. So same settings as I was using the other day. 4K, 60 frames a second, D-Log 10 colour, and it's windy today as well, folks, so I may put the microphone on to cut out the wind noise. Let's do that now. Let's just get out of my bag and turn it on whilst you're here. Oh God, where is it? So we'll see how this thing fares, because it's got a muffler on it, and it's much better connection as well than the old ones. So let's power it on and see if it takes over. So press the power button. Yeah, feel it vibrate to tell you it's come on. It says yes, DJI mic transmitter connected. So yeah, and it's really going to be put through its paces here because it is very windy. So it's got a nice little grip point. It's I was going to say it's very hard to get off. but that was very easy to get off. So hang on, excuse me folks, I'm wrangling with clothing here, because I don't want this falling off. That would be a really bad end to the day. Right, that's fairly firm on there now, sorry about that. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to do my do this up as well. I need the full protection. So don't want to stop filming though. So let's look at the doggy whilst I'm wrangling with 2 fingers. Yeah. So nearly there. Just gonna get this. How am I doing this now? It's not easy. Oh, it's spotting with rain. Shit. So I was hoping we would avoid that. Oh well. Spotting. Where's that coming from? It's coming from that up there. Oh God, do we have to? You know what I mean? I thought it looks like it's not going to rain today, and then yeah, it's kind of just gonna rain. So yeah. Oh well, folks. What can you do? Now, it can be definitely said that it's quite nippy up here. I would put it about 13 degrees. Oh yeah, that rain's coming now. Great. Well, we're on 4 minutes and it hasn't overheated, and feeling the body's very cold, as it should be. And yeah, it never overheated in the past. You know, the body was still cold when it was saying it was overheating. So I really don't understand that. Anyway, this is a replacement model, so there we are. It's a full replacement model. Look, I look nice now, don't I? Yeah. All warm. Don't like feeling that cold. But just behind us over there, you can start to see the hill where it goes down into these nice fingers, which go down. And oi, leave that alone. Oi, no eating. Come on. Sorry, there's some fox poo or something. Yeah. Oh, hello. What's going on here? 2 aircraft, a biplane and a microlight flying together. That's interesting. Don't see that very often. So yeah, look at that, folks. Hey, that is quite nice. There we go. They are flying over the hill that was included in the movie 1984. Oh look, sun's coming out. And I picked this time of the day because in the movie the sun is coming from the west, from the Bristol direction. So I thought, well, we need to actually match it up. We need to match the time of day that it was shot at, so that yeah, we get the light coming in on a certain side of the face, on that side, so it lines it up, matches it a bit. But hey, you know, do our best. But now we're going to be getting into this field and cutting across the tops. Now I imagine that the film crew, when they came here, they'd have probably taken one of these tracks and driven up there in four-wheel drive vehicles. Come on then. So, oh yeah, there's a, come on then. Yeah, good girl. It's a lot easier when we have her off the lead. Oh, look at that nice valley there. Look at that. See, that's what makes up this magical bit of landscape. It's really photogenic. Yeah, if nobody's ever been here. Oh, sorry. If that went through you. If that went through you. Oh, look. Fox hunting is a crime, which is why toffs in Wiltshire do it all the time. Yeah, because the law doesn't apply to toffs in Wiltshire, apparently. So yeah. Anyway, we won't go there on that one. Well, the sun is out. It's a glorious day, but we don't want to go over there because we'll end up going up and down over the humps. And what we're aiming to head for is that point there, because they filmed looking back up at that Roundway, temperatures there. So, yeah, it's a good day for it. Yeah. As long as it doesn't rain on the camera. Right, we're up to 8 minutes 25, so we've already surpassed the problem point I was getting. Doing this in 10-bit color with 4K 60, and it was a problem. Here's another one of these little valleys. It's almost like as if there must have been ice or something, and the ice must have moved down and just carved these little valleys. And yeah, it's quite a unique little place because you've got valley, 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 you know. It's really unique. If anyone knows exactly how this was formed, please let us know. Yeah, I think we are getting quite a bit of wind noise. I can clean that off later on anyway. I've got the technology to clean it off. But if you've got a cleaner source to start with, which is basically, look at that nasty bad boy cloud up there. That's chucking down some rain. But luckily, it's passing through. So, you know, hopefully we're not going to get anything come from that direction. Look, another little valley. It really is a special little place, this, folks. Well, we're on 9 minute 42. Now I know it is cold up here, but it was cold the other day when I was filming and the thing said it was overheating. And it is an acknowledged fault, folks. It's an acknowledged fault in Europe that people are getting this problem. And apparently it's because, wait for it, EU law says that devices have to shut off at 49 degrees. Not too hot to hold, but yeah, just no, not allowed. So because of that, DJI apparently had to put a restriction in these devices in Europe so that they wouldn't work, you know, past that temperature. But I don't think they'd really tested them out. Look at this, folks. All this. Look, fingers and fingers and fingers. Do you notice how it's looking up there? You probably can't see. But that is, if I lighten it up a bit, that is where they were pointing towards, but not from this angle, from over there. So let's make sure we're not going to get trapped in any of these valley dips, because they are quite steep. So we want to keep walking up and around to where that little bush area is. And the funny thing is, I think they probably filmed it from that corner point or that bush up there. So we'll try and replicate the angles, and I've got it on my phone. So let's bring it up and show you. I've actually loaded it onto my phone, so we can find out if we're in the right spot or not. So, oh, got the wrong thing. Let me just turn my phone on super bright, because that way you can see it. Look. Oh, no, you ain't. Ah, yeah. There we go. So that, can you see it? There we go. That there is the hill, which is kind of like that, but filmed more from that away. Oh yeah, we would get caught in one of these valleys. You see, we just keep coming around. Come this way then. He was enjoying herself. She's like, this is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it is nice up here, fair play. Ooh. Okie doke. So we got any other shots of this a bit later into the clip? The hill, and you can see it there. It's those trees. I knew it straight away. When I saw the trees and I saw these little valleys, I thought, I know where they filmed that. Now bear in mind, 1984, the movie was released in 1984. And I remember watching it as a kid. And yeah, I remember watching that movie. And as of 1 month from now, it'll be 2024, so it will be exactly 40 years since that movie was released. Now it's great because you're getting the shadows, just like in the movie, you're getting the lit areas and the shadows, because when the sun is directly overhead, it looks a bit bland, but when the sun is in the right angle, which is coming from the west, you get this nice little thing. I'm just going to overexpose it a minute, just so you can kind of see it a bit better, but yeah. Anyway, let's bang it back now. So we're going to be boing, boing, boing up and down these hills, and then we're going to find the magic angle, which I think is going to be quite far out in that direction. Actually, it's going to be quite far round, because I think they're even a bit further down, looking up. They're actually slightly looking up at this, so we will keep it as reference. In fact, I'm going to look at it myself now rather than just try to film it. I'm just going to look at it and yeah, and see if what I can see. Oh, hang on. That's not far off, actually. That is not far off. If we look there, yeah, that's not too far. Hang on, I'm going to look at some other bits. It's all really done from the same angle. That does not look too far off. Can you see? Can you see? Yeah. That is not far off. Wow, so I think we may have actually found the location. But what they did, I believe, is they would have put the actor somewhere like here, put the camera much further back and used a telephoto lens. The reason for that is when you use a wide angle lens, it makes the background stretch away, so your actor will be this big and your trees will be teeny spots in the distance. So what they would do is they would set it up so it was a telephoto shot. Now I'm going to have to put my camera on my bag and just kind of guesstimate it based on focusing on some objects like grass. Now, yeah, let's just have a quick look again. Yeah. Would it be from here? God, the angles look like maybe they took it from further up there. We're going to have to hunt around a bit to find the location, because it's a much flatter angle. So I think we have to go higher. So I'm going to just, whoops. I'm just going to keep, whoa, there's a good shot. Hang on. Why won't it pause? Right. Oh, right. Okay, it's paused now. That's good. So what am I looking at? So I'm looking. It's very hard to tell, actually, folks. It's really quite hard to spot. But there can't be that much that's changed. So I dare say, and that the hill in this looks steeper than the hill in the film. It's weird. It's like the hill in the film actually looks a bit flatter. I would swear the hill in the film looks flatter, and that's actually steeper. So what have we got then, folks? What have we got? So his head's there, and that's up there. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It's weird though. Where's that roll off? I think I might be just about the right place. It's either that, where there's a roll-off of a hill there. But I think if we come back a bit, that's also going to look like the same roll-off. So, oh yeah. Oh, can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah? Let me zoom it in. Oops. Can you see? Right, if I move the camera a bit round to the right, can you see that versus that? Yeah, folks. Found it. So they literally filmed it from here or a little bit lower because they're trying, because that bit there is at a much higher angle. So I think they must have filmed in this dip here with them standing up on that high bit there to pop them in the air a bit. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Right. I'm just trying to match things up, folks. Well, I think we've kind of got it. We've kind of got it. So, yeah, something like that. So I'm going to get out my cinema camera and I'm going to film now. It looks so similar, but not 100% sure. So looking at the dog and his head, I think we'd have to come this way a bit. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. It's funny because the forest is not visible and you can see the forest from this angle, which is weird. It's like all those trees 40 years ago, maybe they weren't there. I don't know. Weird. Weird. So yeah, we're 2x zoom now, so let's come back. So they would have filmed with a telephoto there. Let's see whether I can match the shot and get something that looks half decent. By the way, the sun's coming out from behind the clouds, and yeah, there we go. Let's, I'll be back with you in a minute when I've set my other camera up. So here I'm filming with a zoom lens, and you can see it's a little bit too close. So I'm going to put a wide angle lens on and have another go. Yeah. So here we are filming on a 6K cinema camera. So you should see the difference. Yeah, we got some red peaking though. So yeah, still too bright. See? So I'm going to see if I can see if I turn the shutter down, get rid of the peaking. It's right at the edge though. There you go. It's probably fine now. Get the clouds in and everything else, but yeah, that's the shot, folks. That is the shot. It's the shot. And don't know exactly how they did it. Maybe they came down a little bit, you know. Maybe they went forward a bit to see over the edge. You know, they went a bit like that. A bit like that, but yeah, it's basically the shot. So yeah. Oh, stopped right down there. Let's get it up a bit, but it's burning out the sky because the sun is out, so beastie. So there's the rest of the countryside though, folks. Very scenic. These lovely little valleys, look. Amazing. Amazing. And it's good. Sometimes we should be very well behaved today, so there we go. From the movie 1984, they stood somewhere by here. So now you know.
Do you know where you are, Winston? I don't know. I can guess.
So yeah, I put this back in my pocket, but we had 22 minutes and it hadn't overheated. So yeah, there's a gyrocopter up there. Gyrocopter. And he's probably going back to GS Aviation on Clench Common, because that's where they train. I've been up in one of those gyrocopters once. Yeah, it's interesting, different. A lot of it seemed like flying a plane, to be honest, but yeah, they can do some pretty impressive things like putting down into a field that doesn't have much distance. You can literally land it on a tea cloth almost. They're quite mad. So yeah, sorry we're getting a lot of contrast on this one, folks. A lot of contrast, but hopefully, because of the magic of the 10-bit colour, we will be able to recover something from it. Yeah. Just out of interest, I'm going to shoot in HLG just to see if it does a better job. Right, so this is shooting in HLG, which is supposed to bring down the highlights and bring up the foreground. So yeah, I mean, that is interesting. It to my uneducated eye would say it's doing a much better job of not losing the details by underexposing. So that's interesting. So what I'll do is, for the rest of the walk back then, I'm going to film in HLG, because I know it's very high contrast. I think S-Log3 has less noise on it, you know, with 10-bit colour. So, but HLG is supposed to be pretty good too. It just looked like it was a bit noisy. It looked like it had like scummy artifacts and weird things going on, like some sort of noise cleaning algorithm gone wrong. So yeah, when I first tried it, I wasn't too pleased with it, but yeah, maybe they fixed it now, who knows. So yeah, now I've walked up that hill many times in the past, so I'm not going to go and walk up it today, because it's usually a bit of a mud pit getting back on the track. So especially at this time of year, being November, but the sun's still out and it's still warm enough in the day to go. So let's have a look. Yeah, I think you're probably seeing those valleys a lot better pointed straight into the sun in HLG mode. I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch it to 10-bit and we'll see what we get. Yeah, so there's 10-bit. I'm going to continue to film in 10-bit because I don't really want to sort of change the parameters of what I've done so far as a test. So continuing to film, you know, if we're lucky, we may have a unit that ain't going to overheat, because it's done 20 minutes so far in one big chunk. It doesn't seem too bad. How's the batteries doing? Right, so it's 50% on the external battery, the one you plug in underneath. That's now dead, and it's now running on the main battery. But as I pointed out before, the little external battery seems woefully small and underpowered, and it just goes whoosh and eats through that battery really quickly, and then more moderately takes the main battery down. So I think they've produced this in such a way that people are not going to be happy with the battery, and then they're going to come out with a real battery that is a proper size, that doesn't drain. I've got a funny feeling they're gonna market something like that, because the external battery draining at a much faster speed than the internal battery kind of tells you something, doesn't it? Kind of tells you they knew that was going to happen. Yeah, because yeah, you're going to put a stopwatch on it and go, how long does this take? Oh yeah, well, it's not very good, is it? And then you'd probably put a better but more dense battery in there. Nah, nope. So just little things you're learning. Actually not that cold, but I was feeling a bit blustery earlier. So anyway, here we are. back now at the one of the valleys, one of the valley edges. There we go. So, and Mrs. Patience, you know, don't you? You knew this was the way. This is indeed the way. So I want to slam that. Oh, hello. What's this about? What's this about then? What's that about? Oh, and another one. Somebody's little joke. And there's those trees. But yeah, we won't go up there today. We're just timing it to see whether or not the Pocket overheats. So far, so good. And if we get back to the car, I will continue to film with this on the dashboard and just let it run. So, you know, when you add up the files sizes so far that we've shot in one go, I think it'll all add up to say, yeah, maybe I've got one that isn't overheating now. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. The first one was like that. When I got it first, it was fine. And then as I progressively filmed throughout the day, it got worse and worse. And then when I brought it home, it was down to 4 minutes. You know, I think I had 20 minutes the very first time I used one. And then it was like, you know, 15 minutes. Then it was like 12. Then it was back up to 18 minutes. Then it was 10. And then it was like, bring it home, and it was like 4. So it seemed to be getting progressively worse, which to me sounds like a failing component of something. So yeah, oh, they got little markers in the field there, little yellow. No, I tell you what, those are fireworks. Ha! I was thinking, what's that then? No, they're fireworks because is it today is the 5th or yesterday was the 5th? I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it was yesterday was the 5th, and it was a bit rainy, so I don't think people had as many firework displays as they wanted. So they may be doing it tonight because they couldn't do it last night, and I wouldn't blame them. So yeah. Oh. Oh, somebody's parked behind my car, so we have visitors. You're on 5 minutes now, so not bad. I am happy. I am happy. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's quite nice up there. 2 transmitters, and there's a golf course, and the road that goes from Bishop's Cannings, where I used to live, over to Caen. Town of Caen. I'm interested as well now, like that there. It's quite silhouetted. Just going to try it on HLG again. Yeah, straight out of the, this is HLG mode now. Yeah, straight out of the gate. I think HLG actually handles it quite well, but we'll see what it's like after grading with S-Log. So yeah, so that's HLG. Right, let's get back onto S-Log. And when I say S-Log, I mean D-Log M 10-bit, which is basically an S-Log or a log color derivative. It's DJI's own version, which they put on their drones, D-Log, which I had a long time ago on a Mavic Pro 2, which had 10-bit color. And then they brought out the zoom, and they went, nah, no 10-bit for you. You're having the zoom, so you can't have the zoom and 10-bit. That would be too professional. That would put you in line with our Inspire series drones, and we don't want you to have too much. And what do they have on the drones they release now? The Mavic 3, 10-bit. What do they have on the Mavic Mini and the Air? Well, I think it's certainly on the Air, 10-bit. So it just goes to show they could have done it back then, but they just chose not to. Well, I don't think the drone sales are going quite as well as they used to when they've hiked their prices up into this astronomical zone. And a lot of people already have, oops, let's point the camera down there. So a lot of people already have drones. And really, if you're going to get a drone, you want it to be cheap and good. You don't want it to be like ridiculously expensive, otherwise you're going to go, tell you what, just stick with the one I got, thank you very much. So it's only early adopters that are really getting that type of thing. And I think everyone said, you know, you stuck 3 different sensors for 3 different telephoto lenses in the Mavic 3. So every time you switch telephoto, wide, you know, and all that, 3 different images, 3 different qualities, 3 different grades required. Instead of having the exact same sensor in all 3 cameras, which would make absolute perfect sense, no. 3 different sensors, 1 big sensor, 2 mediocre half-size sensors. What were DJI thinking? Yeah, what they should have done is put 1 extremely good sensor in there and put a zoom lens, which is what people want. That's good, I can lay it down flat. Camera's laid down flat now and I've just bent the lens back to face me. That's good. I like that as a feature. It's pretty good. Gives me a chance to have a go on this. Nice. Nice. Orange crop out. Wear that. Oh, folks, what's going on? What's going on, folks? Oops. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Right, you got water in it. She's like batting her bowl then. Like, where's my water? Oh, I've got some in there. Yeah. Now it's a very, very bumpy road. It's a bumpy road when we're on the way back. So I might just hand hold it because it's gonna. Wherever I stick it, it's gonna fall off. There's nowhere that it's gonna stay in one place. I don't think. Yeah, for sure. So, whoops. Let's get it through there. Okay. Let's go then. Right. So we're going to continue filming. We got a bit of mist on the old windscreen. That's clearing slowly. You got to go so slow up here because it's such a bumpy track. Really will thrash the hell out of your car if you're not careful. There's some big bumps there. It's pretty good because you can actually film with your hand on the wheel, still turning the wheel. It'll just iron most of that out. Yeah, baby, it is a proper rough track. Boing. Boing, boing. On the right hand side. Bit smoother. Yeah. 6 minutes. Let's feel it. Really not hot at all. Not even on the gimbal. Maybe they fixed what it was. Maybe they took out that. Maybe they just said screw the EU and let's take out this 49-degree nonsense. I think they should really, because I mean, to cripple a product to the point where it really cannot be sold in that market because of the restriction is lunacy. Because it is a tiny little camera after all. It's not, you know, nothing crazy. I mean, I don't understand why they even said, you know, like it can only be 49 degrees. Maybe something to do with the lithium batteries in it or something, but there is a fix. There is a fix. There's a workaround hack. Now, please, DJI, do not take that away, because I haven't used it. I haven't used the hack. I'm still on the radio mic. Oh, hang on. I'm still on the radio mic, aren't I? Then the oh, so I was muffled then. There we are, back now in line with the radio mic, but I should just turn it off, I think, and go back to normal audio. So, and now we should be back on normal audio. Yeah. So yeah, there's a little hack, and what you do is you put a text file with a couple of words, like a command line, stored in the text file, something to do with heat test or something, heat test, and you just put that in the SD card, you know, in the main file folder, and when you turn the machine on, it reads that, and it's a config file. It's called something like config hack config or config hack, but inside it is just the words heat test, and that will basically allow it to stay on unrestricted. So please don't take that away, DJI. If this becomes a thing where this overheating is becoming, you know, you're getting a lot of people complaining about it online and all that sort of stuff, just leave the hack in there. Let people override the EU bullshit. And besides, DJI, I hate to tell you this, but Britain's not part of the EU anymore, so you don't actually have to implement that in the UK, because we're not subject to EU law anymore. So keep that little hack in there that people can do if it becomes a problem. But I'm hoping this is just going to record and record and record now and not stop. Shame I haven't got anywhere to actually hold on to this pocket camera. I could tape it. Onto my camera phone, my phone holder. Hang on a sec. I just had an idea, folks. Right, is there a way I could tape that on there? Probably. I have got some insulating tape with me, and then I don't have to hold it. Let me just see if I have got that insulating tape. I do remember there being some in this bag, so it's quite handy stuff to have for things just like this. Oh yeah, baby, we got some insulating tape. So now I'm just basically going to tape it on to the oh, come on, this insulating tape is disintegrating. So it's not insulating, it's disintegrating tape. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, so I'll tape you there, like that, and we'll tape you at the bottom. And that should be all we need. There we go. We're good to go. Good to go. Oh, you're waiting to come up here. Right, let's get this camera pointed up. Better. Oh, God, phone's going off now. Hope you like the view out of the front of my car. Hope you really like it. Hope you really like it.
So, here's an anti-Israel...
Oh, God, shut up! My phone is just like, notification. Open the phone. Oh, I'll call a number that you didn't ask me to. Ah ha ha ha. Go on to take a photo. Oh, You swiped the edge of the screen. Ah, ha, ha, we're in another program now. Ha, ha, ha. You were just about to take a photo. It's just like, yeah, yeah, whatever. So I'm just going to point it a little bit to the right because I think we're off centre there. That looks better. So we're on 11 minutes. This is going well, folks. It is going well. I put it on 70% screen brightness because I have heard that, you know, it gets warm otherwise. I'm going to feel the screen. The screen is warm-ish. You know, I would say it's slightly warmer than body temperature. It's not hot, it's warm. So, yeah, definitely not overdoing it, which is good. So how are we looking? Straighten it up for the road. Gyros suffer a little bit when you're moving in a vehicle. When you feel the G-force going around the corner, it can trick it into thinking that you're moving to the left or to the right, so it will angle the camera left or right sometimes, and it can even tilt the camera on an angle. In fact, if I set it to in the menu, when we go around corners, it will if we go into FPV mode, yeah, so when we go around corners now, it will detect that and probably tilt. So, which will look a bit weird, but it is a mode if you want it, which means you could put this camera, if you wanted to, onto a drone, and when the drone tilts, it will also tilt the camera, so it'll have that FPV look. Not saying you might want to do that with an expensive camera like this, but it is an option. It is an option. So when we go around this corner now, is it going to tilt? Nah, not really. Right then, off we go. Now, I wanted to get some stuff from Lidl's, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it film in the car, because how much battery has it got? It's on 81%, so I'm going to leave it filming, and yeah, it's quite good actually. I think we may be on to something with this working. So and then I'll just speed the footage up when I get out, just to show that it is working. So I hope I come back to what I'll do is I'll put it on the dog so you can see what the dog gets up to in the car when I'm not there. You can have a look and see what antics she gets up to. See if she starts crying. She's a little baby. And there it is, Lidl's. Lidl's of DEVIZES, folks. It's all downhill from here, as they say. She got a fit body she's showing off, like with her tan and her little bimpy buttocks. Right. Okay, I'll be back, and we'll leave it. I'm gonna see if we can get face tracking on. So is it? Come here then. Come here. Not sure whether the enable or disable FT selfie. Right, okay, so is it? Right, activation is tracked now. So it might follow the dog around. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Might follow the dog around. Come here. It's not really. Not doing a very good job. Let me just tap it again on the dog's face. Come here then. Come here. Come here. Anyway, right. It's tracking the chair, I believe, which is not very good. So hang on, there she is. Right. Come here then. Yeah. Is it saying you can't see her now? Yeah, there we are. That's a proper lock on. Come here then. Come here. It's gone red though. It's gone red. Don't know. Doesn't seem to like it. I'm going to leave it go anyway. We're on 17 minutes. This is good news, and 78% on the battery. So I'll see you in a bit, folks. Wow, 26 minutes, we're still recording. 26 minutes. Oh yeah. I think we've cracked it, folks. Not literally. We are getting overheating. Is it warm? Yeah, it's just like a little bit warmer than ambient. Look, she wants sausage rolls. Yeah, then special day for you. Look, you can have a whole sausage roll. Nom nom nom. We're mental now. Yeah. Go on. Yum yum. Yum yum yum. Let's turn to the left now for some reason, which is oh, and it's on an angle as well. It's on the piss now, see? The FPV mode, is that FPV? So when I straighten out, is it going to straighten up? Is it going to straighten up? No. So what I'll do is I'm going to take it off FPV mode. Hang on, I'm going to put it back in follow. See if that straightens it up. Yeah, maybe. There you go. Oi, stop hitting me in the face. Dog's batting me now, wanting food. Well, you want more? You've just had one. Greedy piggy. It definitely goes off center when you start going around corners. So you thing is, there's a tilt lock, but there's no direction lock. So you can tilt lock it, but not direction lock it. you're getting a bonus here, folks. You're getting not only, yeah, it's drifted off to the right again, so I have to recenter it. Right. Just trying to get in the packet. No. So you get to see the roads around DEVIZES as well. No, you're not having any. Wait. Be patient. Man, stop dribbling on my arm. It stopped it overheated at about 30 minutes, and it was a little bit warmer on the back, but again I wouldn't call it hot, I would call it warm. So yeah, a couple of minutes and we're recording again now, maybe about 5 minutes, and let it cool down, and we're back recording again. So yeah, it won't do, it definitely will not do an hour straight. So, but at least it's not doing 4 minutes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that little file from the computer on it, the little hack config, and see whether it'll just film straight, because that's what we need. We don't want any of this messing around. I mean, the thing is, if the EU, oi, get out of there. She's trying to get ahead in the sausage roll packet. The thing is, the EU can't say, oh, you can't have a device that's more than 50 degrees, because I mean, like, CPUs and GPUs get hotter than that. Oi! Might be something to do with the old lithium ion. But lithium ions can take that sort of temperature, because RC cars, RC helicopters, you know, they get hot, and the batteries on drones get hot. You know, it's just the way they are. They can get quite toasty. So if they've turned around and said you can't have it because it's getting too hot, well, what about all these other devices that are allowed to do it? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I hope you're enjoying the drive home to my little ass. My ass. My house. My ass. Do you like my ass? My ass. My place of abode. My ass. Right. out of there. Oi, stop punching.
took me up so high.